Coming to you live on location, this is the Between the Benches podcast, where we will discuss anything and everything hockey related. Let's drop the puck and get the action underway. All right, everybody, welcome into another episode of the Between the Benches podcast. As always, it's your host, Dak. It is going to be a nasally episode. I'm going to apologize now. The sickness is running through. I'm its victim at the moment, so everybody's going to bear with me. But we are brought to you by the Old City Sports Network. Make sure to check out oldcitysports.com for all your favorite podcasts, articles, blogs, and more. We do also do game write-ups for some various AHL clubs out there, so feel free to check that out too. But as always, I'm brought to you, I guess we're joined by my esteemed Canadian colleagues, and that is fan having Brock Finch and Graham Fa. Fellas, how we doing?
We're doing good. I just want to point out the flow you got, Dalton. I want to say that.
You got the curls coming in too.
Anymore.
Yeah,
I want to get L'Oreal as a sponsorship here.
Oh man.
Yeah.
How do we get that?
For those that aren't watching, he looks like Roman Reigns with curls.
Okay.
And it's quite adorable.
Yeah. Yeah, Linnea's a big fan of the curls. Yeah, I never knew I had curly hair until I grew out my hair. So if you saw my sisters, though, I guess you'd be able to. I guess you could probably put two and two
Brock,
together.
have you seen my sister's curly hair?
I have, actually, now that you mention it.
Yeah, or my mom. Mom's got pretty curly hair. Yeah.
Good
Heard
old.
that too.
Fucking already forget her name. God.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's her name? What is her name?
Cindy.
Cindy? That's.
Cindy. No, that's not it. But
Oh,
we'll keep it moving. We'll keep it moving.
Bev.
Nice. All right. Anyway, we do have we got a jam-packed episode to get into tonight. Obviously, we've got some around the rink to get to. We've got to update our pointless player draft. We got to do some Talk Staty to me. We're gonna preview the playoff picture because Thanksgiving is next week. We're getting to that magical time where teams start solidifying according to statistics. And then obviously we have the C and the Ben to get into. And of course, we get the fantasy corner. But before we do all that, make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to us on YouTube. You can check us out. And you can hit the like and share button as well, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, everything else in between. Fellas, should we go around the rink?
Nowhere else to go.
Nowhere else to go.
I thought you'd never ask.
I like it.
I guess that's what I'm saying, Brooksy. You get that through your head?
Radulov over to get it. There he is again. Falcons scores! What a goal! Opens hard. A Muzzin scores! Goes to Sagan. He scores!
God, just every time. I love that backhand shot. Anyway, this is Around the Rink. This is brought to you by our friends over at ironsteelthreads.com. Make sure to check out ironsteelthreads.com for all the great hoodies, shirts, and other apparel. They do have new designs every month, and they are made right here in stateside. And you can use the promo code OLDCity10. That's OLDE City 10 for 10% off. And part of your proceeds will go to hockey and youth hockey organizations. So first thing I had up on deck here was King Me Kempe. So, guys, earlier this week, the Los Angeles Kings have signed Adrian Kempe to an 8-year contract extension worth looks like $10.625 million average value. First reaction to this deal? Anybody want to go first?
I think the Kings couldn't sign that deal fast enough with the start Kempe had. The longer they waited, the bigger that price is going to be.
Short answer, yeah. I think that's a good short answer. Long answer, I think this is good for both parties. I'm now just realizing I completely spaced on my Kempe bit that I wanted to do, so we're gonna asterisk that. I am going to do that probably next week. It could be done at any time. It doesn't have to be right now. It can be done at any time. It's a spoiler alert. Yeah, I'm going to do a bit with Kempe next week. Long term, though, I think it's really good for both teams. And I think that Kempe has we always used to joke that Barkov was the most underrated player in the league. I actually think Kempe might be the answer. When you go look at his last 3 years, playing at a $5.5 million contract, he put up 40 goals on that contract. This is easily one of the more underrated players in the league. Period. End of sentence. Kopitar's last year. They need someone to, maybe step up a little bit more in the dressing room. I think this is just wonderful for both team and player. Just period. End of sentence. I guess the Kings sacrificed some structure. Like they gave him, I would assume, some bonuses, et cetera, some protections to get the number down a bit. And that's like, hey, even better for them, even better for the player. Everyone's happy. I can't speak highly enough of Kempe. I think it's crazy that we weren't prioritizing him in drafts for fantasy. Like I'll take it right that route. Like I've never considered Kempe until this year, like heavily. And then this year, he was at like top of most of my third round picks if I could get him there.
And how many did you get him in?
One. Got him in one. There it is.
I didn't get him.
Okay. He does have 19 points through 20 games played so far. Last 2 years, he's at 73 points and 75 points. The 40-goal season you were referring to, he had 67 points. That was back in 2022, 2023. Anybody want to guess his nickname? This would be a great Talk Staty
I'm
too.
going to say Rocky. I'm going to say Rocky.
Yeah, same joke. All right.
Yeah, okay. No, his nickname is Juice, so just to keep that in mind. Yeah, great nickname, by the way. But yeah, great deal for Adrian Kempe. Is it? And you keep saying Kempe, which is really throwing me off.
Kempe. I don't actually know. I don't know.
I want to ask him. I'm sure he's listening.
Let's get him on.
Yeah. Adrian, if you're out there, let us know. Yeah, come on the podcast, maybe set the record straight. So other thing that happened this week as well, the Flyers and Senators made a deal. The Ottawa Senators and Philadelphia Flyers swapped depth defensemen on Monday. The Senators got veteran Dennis Gilbert in exchange for Maxime Gaudet. It's French. Am I saying that right?
Probably Gaudet.
If it's French, probably Gaudet.
Guenette. Gaudet.
You said D the first time, but yes, that would be Gaudet.
Yes. Okay, Gaudet.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, nice. Well, he is I think I don't know if he's a rookie or it might be his first year playing
I know who
at the NHL
Gilbert
level.
is. Gilbert played a little bit in the show on and off for a few years a while back there, but yeah, that's a trade. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the biggest takeaway. Was just more of a veteran move, if you will, for the Flyers. They wanted to get a little bit older, I guess, on the back end. So, sure. Graham, you got anything to add for the players that we don't know?
I'm just going to Hockey DB right now. He is
nice.
Gaudet is 24 years old.
Gilbert's got to be older. He's going to be around 28.
He's played 8 games in the show.
Nice.
No points. Just
doesn't even qualify for the pointless player draft. We got 8 games.
Not yet. He'll be someday.
I don't see this as an impactful move, but
what?
What?
Really?
He swapped sweaters, so fresh start. You never know.
Sure.
Yeah, Gilbert 111 games played. He's got 20 points in his career. Looks like he was a third-round pick, 91st overall in the 2015 entry draft by Chicago.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. Probably nothing newsworthy, but hey, we threw it in there. A trade is a trade. Next up, we had the Real World IR, which is kind of great. I don't know if Grandma that or not. Nice.
Thank you.
So we had a couple of weird injuries happen recently. The first one, and most notably, New Jersey Devils star Jack Hughes had successful surgery on his finger Saturday. The team did announce the expected recovery time is around 8 weeks, though he will be reevaluated in 6 weeks. Christy Flannery on X, she is a Devils reporter. She tweeted out, everyone stated that it was a freak accident that created the Jack Hughes hand injury. I'm being told he accidentally leaned on a glass and it broke, causing the cut that Elliot Friedman referenced in his report. He was out to dinner with some Barstool guys. I do know that. I think Frank the Tank was his 50th birthday, so they were out celebrating with that. And, can we get any weirder with this? I mean, can you say snake bitten? Like, come on.
I have questions that aren't rhetorical for you guys. A, leaned on a glass. When have you ever leaned on a glass? Did he fall on a glass because he was horsing around?
Was it on a glass or just on glass? Like, was it like a glass?
I have so many questions about what the fuck happened here. You are paid $8 million a year to play hockey. What are you doing out, team dinner with the Barstool guy or whatever? Like, I don't know. This screams like somebody was dicking around. I really hope that's not the case. I really do. But to me, like, it just screams like a PR protection move here.
Things
I think
happen. Have you seen Final Destination?
That's a fair point. This is definitely the same.
Well, yeah, Destination Hughes. Yeah.
Destination
Yeah.
Hughes. I'm
Jackie
just saying, like,
got
when I
injured
read that,
off the ice,
I
so he
didn't
didn't get injured on the ice.
Yeah, exactly. Which makes it so much worse. It's so much fucking worse. Like that's a fantasy thing that we're freaking out about there. But stay with the real world aspect of it. Like, I don't know. To me, the more I thought about it, the more I squinted at it, and I'm like, who leans on like a cup of any sort? Like, I don't know. There's something about it feels weird. I don't know. To me, it just feels weird. The whole
I do love the Django memes that are going around though, where it's like that scene from the movie Django where Leonardo DiCaprio like smashes the glass in his hand, and Jack Hughes at a team dinner. That was really good. I really appreciate whoever made that one. But yeah, no, it's just it's crazy. It's just you can't make this up. Like this feels like not even real. Like you can't even you couldn't even fabricate this story. It seems like so.
I believe it happened. The circumstances around it, let's
see. Yeah, it is interesting to lean on the glass. And then the other weird injury we had this week, Florida head coach Paul Maurice claims that Luostarinen is week to week after suffering burns during a barbecue accident. So I didn't get the full scoop on this. I did as a young lad. I was probably like 11 or 12. My mom was out of lighter fluid, and I watched her light a charcoal grill with gasoline, and she basically almost set herself on fire. So I have seen barbecue accidents. So I wonder if this was that same situation. Shout out to Ma. Everything was fine. She had just a couple burns on her hands. She made it through, but I don't know if this is that same situation or what had happened. Have you guys read about this at all?
I mean, I don't know what your mom would be doing with Luostarinen, but it could have been.
Nice.
I know.
No, it's so weird that these things are happening off ice. Like, do guys have to start wearing hockey gear all the time?
Maybe.
Just wrap them in bubble all the time.
Like a barbecue accident sounds serious. You know what I mean? Like when you say barbecue accident, what's the minimalistic? Like you leaned on the grill? Maybe that's it. Maybe he's just burned his hand or something. I don't know. It is weird. Like both of these injuries are fucking weird. Like what? I don't know. Something feels off, like, more so with the Jack Hughes thing. This just feels silly, and I actually do think it was probably something like innocent.
Yeah, all I can see on Twitter is that he suffered burns at a barbecue accident. So I don't know.
Well,
again,
I would hope he didn't, freeze flesh.
I would assume it would have to do with his hand.
That's what I mean. Like, did he
his hands would have to go?
Did he lean on the grill? Like that makes sense to me. Yeah.
So
it's gonna look like
another
burger hands.
Another blow to the Panthers too. They're fighting the injury bug this year. But just a weird week for NHL freak injuries. That's all I'm going to say. So, and then the last thing we had up for Around the Rink here, the NHL announced its 3 stars. We'll run through this real quick. The third star of the week was Quinn Hughes of the Vancouver Canucks. He had 7 assists and 7 points in 2 games played this past week. You had Alex DeBrincat as the second star. He had 5 goals, 1 assist, and 6 points in 3 games played. And then I called this in our group chat. You had Jason Robertson was the first star overall. He had 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points in 3 games played. That's a hell of a week, guys. That's a nice week. Wouldn't you say?
Love to have him on my team.
3 guesses who I was against last week.
Yeah.
I literally
played against him this week too.
I played against each of those guys in a different league. It was kind of annoying. It was kind of annoying.
God, 7 points in 2 games for Quinn Hughes. That's insane.
Coming back from injury.
Yeah. Yeah, and foreshadowing. I have a different stat for you later that tells you how good Quinn Hughes really is. So, which we'll get to that in a little bit. So, but that was Around the Rink. That was brought to you by our friends over at IronSteelThreads.com. Make sure to check out IronSteelThreads.com. We got all that great merch. Use that promo code OldCity10, OLDE City 10 for 10% off. We'll do our pointless player draft update real quick. Graham and Brock currently have a player that has registered a point, Alexander Romanov, which is a good thing because you know what happened last night.
We'll get there.
Okay, we'll get there. And then Luke Shen for Brock. He did register a point as well. And then so we're still waiting on our first winner. So I'm the only one on the goose egg, which that checks out, honestly. That definitely checks out.
First the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah. Well, last year I think I went third. I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, and I came in third. So we'll see what happens. Next up, we wanted to preview. This is what I like to call in or out. So obviously, like I said, Thanksgiving.
game.
Yeah, this is Brock's favorite game.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
The Thanksgiving is right around the corner. And we all know, obviously, American Thanksgiving is kind of the bookmark for playoff seeding and playoff situations in the NHL. In fact, 81% of teams in a playoff spot on November 19th have made the playoffs over the past 3 seasons. That's 39 out of 48 teams. That's pretty impressive. And then ironically, this season, 81% of the contests in the NHL have been close games. That is either a 1-goal margin or a 2-goal margin with the empty net goal at the end of the game. And that's the highest rate in the NHL by 9% overall. So, yeah. You want parity? Baby, we got it. We got it this year. So if you had to take a quick look currently as the playoff stands in the Eastern Conference, we have Detroit, Boston, Montreal in the Atlantic. You've got Carolina, New Jersey, Pittsburgh in the Metro, and then the Islanders and the Lightning currently hold the 2 wildcard spots. So, guys, if you had to take a guess on who's going to be flip-flopping spots, who's going to be in, who's going to be out from our current list, where would you go first, Graham?
Islanders out for the Eastern Conference.
Okay. Who would you put in? You're going to say the Rangers, aren't you, you homer?
I think there's 3 teams that can go in. There's Rangers, Florida, and I guess Tampa's still hanging on.
I was going to say Tampa's in.
Tampa's in.
Tampa's the second wild card.
So there's 2 teams. There's 2 teams. Okay. So I'd probably take out.
What about Buffalo?
I think they're going to year 15.
Okay.
I'll take out the Islanders, but do I also take out Boston? I think Boston. I don't think they have the depth to go. I mean, the obvious answer is Pittsburgh, but I want to go with a little spice and say Boston.
Boston, okay.
So if you're taking out Boston, who's taking their spot in the Atlantic? Ottawa? Buffalo?
Tampa, and then the other one goes to the wild card.
And then who goes to the wild card?
Florida, Rangers.
Okay.
Brock, are the Leafs gonna not make the playoffs?
Do we want to do that bit right now?
Oh yeah, the Leafs are still out. Jeez.
The Leafs are out. Yeah,
I could do that bit right now.
No, the Leafs will be in.
You think?
All right.
Oh, they'll be.
Graham just initiate it. We're doing it. So I would take. Fuck it. I'll stay with Boston. I'll take Boston out. Put the Leafs in.
Okay.
I think the Leafs will be third. That being said, I do think that Detroit will fall back. I think Ottawa and Montreal probably 1 and 2 in some sort of combination, given the start they've had.
Wow, really? They're gonna put Ottawa 1 or 2?
It's not impossible. The Atlantic is in shambles for injuries right now, dude. Like it's just everybody's hurt and everybody's.
And the East is so close that any kind of winning streak is going to really separate you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, and Matthews goes down and they say, oh, it's not serious. And now he's week to week, I guess. It's like, oh, okay. So just, all right. So we're just going to blatantly lie about him being healthy when he came into the season. He's clearly not healthy now. Like, make it make sense. They have looked poor defensively. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. They have looked poor defensively. They haven't gotten a save. They don't have their first round pick. It is top 5 protected. I think there will come a point where you might be punting on this year. I do think that you seriously have to consider it. If they are still toiling in mediocrity, and I do think this is mediocrity, I think that they can turn this around. Let me be very clear.
9-9-2 currently as it sits, by the way.
Yeah, they're only 2 points out of the playoff spot. Like this is not dire straits yet by any stretch of the imagination. However, there will come a point that you can't give Boston the 6th overall pick and they make the playoffs. However, that would be the most Toronto Maple Leafs thing ever to fucking happen, to have Boston pick 6 and still make the playoffs. LOL. Yeah. I think that there will come a time to punt and maybe panic, but I don't think that time is now. Maybe late December. I don't know. But it doesn't look good.
Is that all you got?
Woo, 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 woo.
Oh, hold on. This just in.
Oh my god.
We have Mitch Marner is now the fastest player in Golden Knights history to reach 20 points, doing so in just 18 games. Don't you think that there's a team north of the border that could really be using a player like that?
No.
Now, already setting franchise records.
Okay.
In a
Well, a
quarter of the
franchise hasn't
year.
been around for a long time yet either. You gotta remember, a franchise has only been around for like 5 years.
Talk to me after Game 7, Vegas. Talk to me after Game 7. Let me know.
Well, when he's lifting the cup.
No.
Oh.
Talk to
Okay.
me after Game 7. Oh man.
Couldn't
That's
resist.
just-
Sorry.
that's just-
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. So I think we can all agree Montreal, I think, is the real deal.
I think Montreal has enough depth where if there is an injury, they can plug and play.
Well, I just think they need consistent goaltending. That's all they need. They just
Dobish
need.
has been fine.
He
Montembeau
started good.
Montembeau has played
started
his
bad,
way. No, he's played his
now
way
he's
off in
playing
Canada.
better.
Not good enough by any stretch of the imagination.
It's
What has he played? Like
Canada's
2 good
goaltending.
games?
He's fine.
I know.
2 good games is overqualified to be Canada's
He
starter.
will not be at the Olympics. I promise. There's no chance.
Wow. You heard it here first.
That's 2 better games than Binnington.
I don't think.
So if it's
yeah,
not Logan Thompson,
Binnington with that performance at the World. At the
Scott
40.
Wedgwood threw his name in the hat. He's pretty excited if he gets picked for Team Canada.
Logan Thompson and Blackwood are also high priority names if I'm Canada.
Well, Blackwood hasn't even played yet. That's why Wedgwood is playing.
Yes, he has. Didn't he?
He hasn't played a lot.
he's played a couple.
I was gonna say I
Wedgwood's
could have
better guy.
swore he's played at least 1 or 2. Either way.
So, either way,
That's a fair pick. That's a fair pick. I just don't agree with it.
Okay. I mean, the notable teams out of the playoffs right now, you have Ottawa, Washington, obviously the Blue Jackets, the Rangers, the Flyers, the Panthers, the Leafs, and Buffalo. So,
For context, Buffalo is only 4 points out of a playoff spot. Like
that is correct.
It's
Literally
so
every
close. It's
every
so
team
close
is every team
Yes.
is 500 or above, except for Buffalo, and they're 1 game below, or they're 7-9. So they're
Is that
what, 1 game
Bettman
below.
500 or real 500?
That's real 500.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then for the Western Conference, we'll shift on over to that side. Right now in the Central, you have Colorado, Dallas, Winnipeg. Pacific, you have Anaheim, Vegas, LA in that order, and then followed up in the 2 wildcard spots of Chicago and Seattle. So, guys, we'll let Brock go first this time. Well, Brock, who's solidifying and who's getting out?
In the West, well, Colorado's definitely going to miss 100%. Book it here.
I'm thinking Winnipeg, honestly.
Yours actually makes more sense. The easy pick is like Chicago or Seattle. Like those are kind of the easy 2. I will say this: I actually think Anaheim is here to stay. If I'm going to be a little bit more like serious with a more risky.
You're gonna double down again. We're doing this again for 2 weeks in a row.
Yep. I think Anaheim is the real deal this year. I think that they absolutely hang on. But I do think, like I said, Chicago or Seattle could miss. I would have said the Kings if they hadn't stabilized after their shitty start. But as for a team that's out, I won't say Edmonton because obviously they'll get in.
Minnesota's out right now too.
I'd really like to see Utah get in and stay in. So my answer is going to be Utah. So swap Utah in for anyone of that either of those wildcard spots. I don't know if they. So Dallas, no. Winnipeg, no. Well, Colorado, no. Yeah, okay. So they're probably not getting a divisional spot. There it is.
Well, you got no. Well, Chicago's going to move up and take one of those spots. That's why. So and they could make room for Utah. Graham, wouldn't you say?
I didn't know your last name was Simpson.
Well, if I'm up next,
No,
I'm
it's
gonna
Tucker,
say Chicago and Seattle are going to fall out. I think Edmonton and Utah will come back in. Utah right now is just riding a real cold streak. I think they're like 2-5-3 in their last 10.
Yeah,
and they're 1 point out of a playoff spot. So once they stabilize, I think they'll be okay.
I believe they've lost 3 straight overtime games. By the way, the Mammoth. So they're collecting.
They're getting points.
Yeah,
but 1 at a time is not going to get it done.
I would think it is just simply like literally for the memes, I just want to see Edmonton burn to the ground if they somehow missed.
They always start
after
off slow.
I just want to say it while I can. I just want to say it while it still makes sense.
Jack
It would
Bostovic's
be
going to score 30
hilarious.
this year.
Hilarious. You say that every year. It never happens. Jack Roslovic, plus 5,000. Sorry, plus 500,000 for the Rockets. Should I bet it?
Yeah, throw a dollar on it.
He's already bet it. Like he's already bet it.
You got a better number than I did. So how long until how long until St. Louis starts selling everybody that they own, and Jim Montgomery gets fired again?
There's lots of talks already around a couple of their guys. Even when they were good, it was streaky and inconsistent. I don't think the group of guys they have now will take them far. So I think you kind of have some guys signed to terms, so you can't go full scorched earth. But there will be players that are moving off this roster, probably even as early as a month before the deadline.
And they're middle of the pack as far as average age on the roster. So their average age is 29 years old, which is 15th in the league. So it is like dead in the middle. I figured that team would be a little bit older based just on the composition and some of their defensemen. But I mean, they were one win away. They almost went to the second round of the playoffs last year. Like,
worth
this
noting.
team is just
So finish St. Louis.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
No, like I just have a thought. Like, worth noting that this year with the Olympics and the scheduling, like you saying as early as 1 month before the trade deadline, I think that is going to be our trade deadline 1 month before, because it's like the end of January, then beginning of February, they go to the Olympics. They're gone for 3 weeks. And then the deadline's like a week after they get back. So I don't know if many GMs are going to risk a lot of their major business with potential injuries looming at the Olympics. Does that make sense? So I could see a lot of your, maybe not all major business, but some major business getting done.
As a seller, sure, but as a buyer, wouldn't it be the opposite? Wouldn't you want to wait till after the Olympics to make sure they're okay? Look at the guys that went down at the Four Nations last year.
Sure. It's a fair point.
And now this is the Olympics. So let's let them battle it out there, because you see the passion that they share is a lot higher than any regular season.
Yeah, I just think that maybe it acts like two deadlines then. Maybe there's one before and then the actual one after the Olympics. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you can have
internally, teams have deadlines. That's how I would look at it. Like, we want to get maybe this kind of business done before the Olympics, then we get this business done after the Olympics.
Yeah, if you're spending a first, you're probably going to wait till after the Olympics.
I could see that. That would make sense.
Jordan Kyrou for a first. Anybody?
Kyrou's
he would
get
all
over the rumors.
He would get much more than a first.
Just because the value of his contract, or just because he's a good player?
I think I heard him to the Rangers for Lafreniere is on the table, or might be on the table.
Straight up?
What, maybe a couple things added, but those are the two.
I was going to say, that's a good old-fashioned hockey trade right there.
Two packages.
That sounds like a heist.
I wouldn't call it a heist, but I do think that Kyrou wins out. Like, I think the Rangers win that trade, but that's just my opinion.
And then the last team, can we write Vancouver off for dead? Are they dead?
You see some bright spots in Vancouver, but you don't see a lot of other guys stepping up. So I think you can probably write them off.
Like Sherwood, and then like
Sherwood's
DeBrusk.
a bright spot. DeBrusk has been doing okay.
He's streaky. Yeah, he might be the streakiest goal scorer in the league, honestly.
Has bounced back. Quinn Hughes, obviously. But when you got to fill out the rest of the roster, like Besser's still there, but I just think they don't have the depth.
Yeah. There it is. Okay. Well, fair enough. Well, we'll see. We'll update next week. We'll see if we get a little more clarity. We need some clarity before we make some bold predictions, if you will. But I'm telling you right now, Chicago might just switch spots with Winnipeg. You never know. You just never know. Spencer
I'll say
Knight.
It's a good year to miss the playoffs. I'll say that.
Yeah. It's a good draft coming up, I hear.
It is.
It is. Oh, fair enough. All right. Well, let's shift into let's get a little smarter. Let's see if you guys know your hockey stats. So this is Talk Staty, Timmy. This is brought to you by CustomConcessions.net. Make sure to check out our friends over at customconcessions.net. Let them know that Between the Benches sent you. Let's see. We'll check the scoreboard here. Graham, you are still leading 3-1 in our season long. You guys have to come up with a punishment, by the way, for the loser of this. We'll figure that out as we go.
Somehow
I'm sorry.
you're just not involved in this
Yeah.
punishment.
No, I'm the. You guys are the hockey experts. I just know how to work the technology. I thought.
If we
I thought
tie,
that was...
if we tie, you get a punishment.
Oh, there you go. No, I don't like that either. 'Cause you're gonna get-
Graham, let's
Yeah.
collude.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like that either. I don't like it.
Calm down there, Bettman.
All right. Let's see. Graham is in the lead. Graham, you can go first. We'll keep gentlemen's rules here.
I think the leadership.
We'll do that. So the first question up for this evening. I tried to be a little more team centric this time. Maybe give you guys a little bit easier of a chance here. So first question up is, what team has allowed the most goals this season at 77? And Graham, you were up first.
77. Two teams come to mind. I don't want to say them both because if Brock picks the other one and he's right, I'm going to be upset. So I'm going to say the one I don't believe, just because normally when I do believe it, I'm wrong. I'm going to say Vancouver.
Okay. Brock?
Is it Buffalo?
Is that your guess?
Yes.
My bonus
no,
guess that does not count would have been Ottawa.
Gotcha. Well, it is not Buffalo. And Graham, you were correct the first time. It is Vancouver. Vancouver is the team we were looking for. They've given up 77 goals so far. And they gave up an 8 spot to Florida the other night, too. So that definitely doesn't help.
How is that possible with – oh, my God. All right.
All right. Well, we will move into our next question. Way to go, Graham.
Got one
All
this
right.
week.
They might have cheated. We don't know. Maybe there's collusion.
I'd be willing to
Wait, how close was Ottawa? Do you know that?
I believe Ottawa's up near the top, because that was a couple weeks ago we had that question, right, of who is allowed the most goals. Ottawa is currently 7th. They've allowed 65.
That's higher than I would have guessed. So
St. Louis is at 76. They're one behind Vancouver, so they're right up there. And then Toronto is 3rd. So
I should have
all right.
Toronto, honestly.
Question number 2. Brock, what team leads the league in power play percentage this season at 34%?
Oh, I actually know this one.
Oh, great. I straight up do not. Let's go Colorado.
Okay. Graham, go ahead. Tell him.
Pittsburgh Penguins.
It is the Pittsburgh Penguins. They are currently leading.
So Graham actually looked these up tonight. Cool. That's fun.
I
Yeah,
haven't
told
looked at the outline.
There was some collusion
Besides the
happening.
Yeah, sure.
So, all right, Graham is 2 for 2. And Graham, you're up first again. Can you tell me what team leads the league in overall shooting percentage at 13.4%?
Oh, I know this one.
I hope you do. 13.4%. Anaheim.
Okay, Brock?
Colorado.
Great guesses, both of you. But we were looking for the Chicago Blackhawks. The Chicago Blackhawks are currently leading the league in overall shooting percentage, 13.4%. Possible Hart candidate, by the way, Connor Bedard. I'm going to put that out there on everybody's radar right now. I think it's a good future if you want to get on it right now.
Who is 2 and 3 on that list?
Let me check real quick. I can actually tell you that. So Montreal is 2nd at 13.2, and Toronto is 3rd at 12.6.
Toronto makes sense.
I hate everything. This is so stupid.
Stars are 4th, and Senators are 5th, just around at the top 5 in overall shooting percentage. So, all right, we'll move on to question number 4. Graham, I believe you're up first.
Nope.
No.
Is it Brock? Yeah, you're evens. Okay, Brock, what player currently leads the league in shots on goal this season at 87?
Cutter Gauthier.
Okay, Graham?
Son of a bitch. I like that guess. I don't want to match it, though. Pasta.
Ooh. That is a good guess, but neither one of them are correct. We were looking for Jason Robertson.
He had to have just jumped him. He had to have just jumped him last night or like the night before. I'm not joking.
7 shots on goal. Number 2 right now is Nathan McKinnon at 85.
Okay, where's Cutter? Because I'm 90% sure.
Cutter Gauthier is also tied with 85. So he's tied for 2nd.
All right, sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, it
nice
did
try.
just happen. It did just happen. I looked at this like less than a day ago. Fuck. fucking stupid.
Man,
I was so
that's tough.
right.
That's
It was
tough.
so
You
right.
were so right
Like
until
a
it was
day
updated.
ago. Like a day
Yeah.
ago, I was right. So
I-
gay.
It's an ever-changing league. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to tell you this.
I'm sorry to tell you this.
All right. Well, all right, Graham. What player leads the league currently in even strength assists at 17 this season?
Tavares.
Okay.
I don't hate that
Brock?
guess. I don't hate that guess at all. That is a tough one. Maybe one more team-centric. Give me...
Well, you did the first three. And Graham was kicking your ass in those, so I figured I'd give you a chance.
I don't want to play anymore. This is a stupid game. Like, even the strength assists.
I can't believe this guy gets his own segment on this show. He can't even get an answer.
Nice. Give me... I really like that Tavares guess. That's driving me nuts. Give me... That's not him. I'm kidding. Give me McDavid. Give me McDavid.
Who are you not going to guess?
Troy Terry.
Ooh, okay. No. Matthew Nyes. Matthew Nyes was the answer we were looking for.
Ooh.
This is meant to troll these last three. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah. John Tavares is fifth. He's got 12.
I like that guess. That was good.
McKinnon is second at 15. Nylander is tied with 15, and then Mitch Marner is fourth at 13. So, all right there. All right, last one. And I believe this is an even question.
Yes.
So, Brock, you're up first. Brock, what goalie currently leads the league in saves at 431 this season?
Saves. Rubber. It's adult Tuesday night in college right there.
Yeah.
Let's I don't know if he's played enough. I think he was hurt. Give me Saros.
Okay.
I want Spencer Knight.
Spencer Knight. That's a
so
great
good.
guess.
That's so good.
Graham, Spencer Knight is third, so you were close. We were looking for Dustin Wolf. Dustin Wolf is the correct answer at 431.
Wrong goalie. I was thinking
Yeah.
wrong shorty there.
UC
I went short
Saros is
king,
actually
wrong short king.
UC Saros is actually fourth. He's right behind Spencer Knight at 389. So two good guesses there. Two good guesses. But Graham, by God, do I dare say you take a commanding 5-1 lead in Talk Staty to
it's
me
a
so
long
far?
season.
That's just 1 week away.
Talk to me in
That's
April.
one bad week away
Talk
from
to
losing
me
it.
in April.
Oh,
Talk
okay.
to me in April.
Spoken like a true
when the
Leafs
games
fan.
matter.
These
When the
regular
games matter.
season-
Yeah. Talk to me when the games matter. That's all I want to hear. Yeah. These don't
I knew it was
matter.
coming.
They don't matter.
We knew it was coming.
Yeah.
We knew it was coming.
Nope.
All right. Well, let's get into something that actually does matter. And that, yeah, exactly. And that is the fantasy
Teams to
corner.
target. Boston, Montreal, Vancouver have far and away the best schedule.
Playing really well this season. He's proven to be a 90-point to 100-point player in years past.
He plays almost exclusively with DeBrincat, shooting 3.8 times per game, which is far and away a career high. If you could get someone like a David Pastrnak or a Mitch Marner for a Marty Necas, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Grant Clark, Byfield for that Kings good schedule, especially the Monday, Wednesday, Friday off nights, and then you can pitch them for a potential Saturday, Sunday stream.
Hi, Broccoli. This is for the week of 11/24, so the week of Thanksgiving, for all of you that haven't noticed that yet to this point. So let us know who's got what.
Oh my God. I completely spaced that next week was Thanksgiving. I hate this week for fantasy. It is one of the most frustrating weeks to stream. And for good reason, because there's literally a day where nobody plays, and then there's like 2 busy days. Like fucking Friday is busy and Saturday is busy. I guess technically Wednesday is busy too. But it's just monotonous. Like the Monday, Wednesday, Sunday are silliness. But good schedules this week. There are teams with 3 teams with 4 games and 2 off nights: Washington, Dallas, Ottawa. I'd probably prioritize them in that order. So I'd start looking at Washington players, Dallas, and then Ottawa players. It depends on who's available. Then, like I said, there's so many off nights that I'm just going to give you teams that play 4 times. Nashville, Philly, Detroit, Vegas, New York Rangers, Devils, Tampa, and Utah. So there's a lot of teams to choose from. You just need to check like your flexibility on those busy days. Like I said, the Wednesday, Saturday are super busy, and I believe it's the Friday as well. Yeah, Wednesday, Friday, super busy. Saturday's also busy. So like, if you can get anybody in on those days, great. Fit them in. But maximizing your games played this week are going to be like so bloody annoying. I haven't even looked at mine yet for next week. It's a little too early with it being Wednesday, but I imagine I'm going to feel like I'm banging my head against a wall. And then the worst schedules, there's only 2 teams that only play twice, Edmonton and Seattle. I don't think either of them are off nights either, if I just run and check. 2 and 2. No, Edmonton plays on the Tuesday, which is technically not busy. Actually, there's only one game on the Tuesday.
Yeah, that's the only game.
hilarious. Like this week's gonna be so trash for scheduling. All right, but with all that being said, like I said, do your best to maximize your games played. But when there's like I said, 3 really busy days, and then there's 2 days where there's one game, like it's yucky. Do your best. Let's bring you boys back in. We're gonna do a little buy sell here, a little buy low, sell high. What you should be looking at going into, I guess, going into next week. Like I recommend this. Try to maybe get these done sooner rather than later. Graham, you wanted to do JT Miller. And let's do a guess. Like, do you guys think buy low or sell high? If you had to guess, you buying JT Miller, you selling JT Miller?
I think you're buying.
Really?
Dalton?
Oh, I'm selling. Completely.
What makes you say that?
Because Vincent Trocheck is back, and I think he's been playing pretty well since he's gotten back, and I think it's going to take a little bit of thunder away from JT Miller.
Okay. Well, let's have a look here. He's pacing for 39 points. That is like a career low, that's so low that it's not going to continue. I'm not saying that that's what to expect.
No, it could never possibly happen.
Okay, that's a little tongue-in-cheek, and I appreciate that. But he's shooting at 8.5%. That is almost half of his career. His career average is it is almost half of that. 14.8 versus the last 3 years of 16.7. Yeah, that's half of what you would expect. He's still throwing the body. He's still taking draws if your league counts that stat. The power play time on ice, 3:08. That's about what you want, about the par of what you want. He's getting 20 minutes and 42 seconds of ice time on average. He's playing mostly with Sheary and Cooley or Sheary and Lafreniere. I don't like that. Those are not line combinations you want to see for JT Miller. That screams third line, but he's getting 20 minutes, so that's strange. And then again, you look at the shooting percentage. Again, I don't think that's going to stay the same. The 5-on-5 shooting percentage is 6.6. With those line mates, though, the 5-on-5 shooting percentage of 6.6 might be sustainable with those line mates. That is kind of alarming. The IPP is down. The power play IPP is down. Goals for is 11. Expected goals for is 14.4. There is a lot of stuff to suggest positive regression, but it's just something about it doesn't make me want to scream buy. I'd say buy, but pardon?
Nice.
Could that just be bias?
Maybe it could be, but I don't know. He looks a lot more like what I thought he would be than what you thought he would be so far. So there is.
I'm also looking. He has 24 high danger shots on goal with only 3 goals.
Yeah.
That's extremely low.
Yeah. Like I said, there's more to suggest positive regression, but like positive regression to what? A 50-point pace? A 55-point pace? Like he's pacing for 40 with 20 minutes a night. Like that's and like again, that 5-on-5 shooting percentage, 6.6. Yes, it's low, but I don't like those line mates at 5-on-5. That's not appetizing. You'd like to see him with at least Zibanejad more often.
He's still leading the team 5-on-5 ice time. He's got the power play. He's still the minutes guy. I think,
and he's not doing anything with it.
No one on the team has been.
Have you looked at Panarin and Zibanejad the last 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
I mean, at least
Panarin is better than
they're progressing, positively.
He does have the highest.
Until they were.
All I'm saying is, sorry, go ahead, Dom.
He does have the highest percentage of shift starts in the offensive zone on the team at 18. He's almost at 19% on that.
That's not high.
That's the highest on the team too.
Where'd
But
you
they're
get
just
that
never
stat?
taking offensive.
I was gonna say, where'd you
no.
get that stat? Something sounds wrong there. Yeah.
Percentage of shifts start in the offensive zone, and that is 18.3%. And
That is ridiculously low.
well, the whole team looks like it's pretty low. 20% Artemi Panarin is the highest, it looks like. But this is on Money Puck. That's what I'm looking at.
I will have to double check that, but I won't waste our listeners' time with that. I will wrap this with this. There are reasons to buy, and I would argue there are reasons to sell. If I had him, I don't think I'd be looking to move him.
Oh my God.
Unless you got something like, I don't even know, a player. Could you get a Jake Gensel?
Unless you get a player, like, come on.
I said a
No
player
way you're getting-
like Jake.
No way you're
Gensel.
getting Jay Gensel for JT Miller. No
Let's
way.
say, Graham, I didn't just stop talking there. You
Oh, I didn't hear
you must have
Gensel.
cut out. I was going to say,
I
didn't
didn't hear
just
Gensel.
stop
Okay.
talking. Unless you can get a player like Jake Gensel, or maybe, I don't know. I don't think could you get a Larkin? I don't know if I want a Larkin. Like, I don't know. Like, it really depends. A Miller trade right now, I could see you winning and you absolutely losing. I could see it going either way. JT Miller is interesting right now. Very, very interesting.
He has 25 less shot attempts than Zibanejad, and he's got almost he's got 95 shot attempts. Panarin has 152 for context.
Yeah.
Zibanejad has
Panarin was
120.
almost leading the league at shot attempts. He
Yes,
was top five.
But
that's
those shot
fair.
attempts are indicative of this is the guy we want shooting in the system. Like, you want to see shot attempts. Those are never a bad thing. But,
And he
like I said,
is near the
Go ahead.
top in shots that miss the net too.
not the best stat, but again, you like guys ripping pucks. You like guys ripping pucks at the net. So you could buyer beware would be the way I say that. You could win it, you could lose it. I see worlds where both are absolutely possible. Where you lean, I think, is up to you. Where do you think the most regression is going to happen? That would be the way I phrase that. So, second up, I wanted to do Jason Robertson because he absolutely bent me over a barrel last week, and I hate the man. Holy Christ. Okay, if you guys had to guess, should you go buy Jason Robertson at this scorching hot pace, or should you sell?
Sell.
Dog.
Yeah, I would probably go sell as well.
I'm going to say
lot.
this.
There's a lot of blue numbers here that I'm looking at.
I'm going to say before I look, I thought for sure Wyatt Johnston would be a sell, and I looked at his numbers and went, you could go buy. And he was. No, he still is. Still scorching hot.
Yeah, he's a power play merchant. That's why.
Maybe so. Jason Robertson pacing for 103 points, 4.4 shots a game. Jesus Christ, there's the massive uptick because he's only shooting at 12.6%, which is very sustainable. 4 minutes and 7 seconds of power play ice time, 20 minutes and 16 seconds of average time on ice. His most common line mates are, in fact, Wyatt Johnston, Maverick Bourque in there a bit. He also played quite a bit with Sagan and Hintz, and he's also seen Rantanen and Johnston. So he's getting great line mates no matter what, essentially. He's got to have at least one guy to play with, and there is not a single metric that is unsustainably high. His IPP is actually low. Hilarious. Individual points percentage, again, in case you don't know, IPP is the percentage of points that a player is in on when a puck goes in when they're on the ice. Elite forwards typically are somewhere between 60 and 70. The really, really good forwards are above 70. And he typically averages in the high 60s. So,
Do you want some more crazy numbers? His shots on goal per 60 minutes, 12.8. His shot attempts per 60 minutes is almost 22. He's averaging almost 8 shot attempts per game.
Yeah.
Just insane.
He's not a sell. But I also wouldn't really necessarily recommend buying him because this is what he is. So you're going to be paying for this. Like, this is what you want him. That's what you got to pay. 100-point pace, probably going to score 40 to 50 goals. That's what if you want Jason Robertson, that's what you're paying.
He could be doing better too.
He could be, but I don't see a massive, like not quite like Wyatt Johnston. I saw like Wyatt Johnston, there was a room for 10 plus points in regression positively. Like here I see this looks like what he is.
All right, I see something here with Jason Robertson. So you know how I said 24 high danger shots for Miller was already a lot.
Yeah.
Jason Robertson is 37. And for context, last year in an entire season, which we're a quarter of the way through right now. Last year he had 67.
Yeah.
For the whole year. He's at 37 in the first quarter.
He's going to double that number.
And these numbers are sustainable. So I guess it's not a
percentage of unblocked shots that miss the net too is 27%. So
he's getting shots through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I don't know if this is definitely not a sell unless you're getting unless you're getting
the return. It's all about the return.
Yeah, like if you're getting, I guess, like a Mikko Rantanen, but they're on the same team, why would anyone?
Marty Natchez?
I mean, I'd have to compare. I'd prefer Jason Robertson right now, if I'm being
honest. Really?
Just off the top of my head, I'd have to go look at.
Wow.
Natchez.
Okay.
I'd have to go look at Natchez.
But points are great. Robertson's ripping pucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Natchez is more of a facilitator. It seems like Jason's the trigger guy, and the trigger guy always shoots more. So, from a fantasy perspective, that's the guy that's more. So, wrap this up. Definitely don't sell unless you're getting like a top 15 player, and if you're buying, expect to pay that. And if you can pay a bit less, then maybe you do buy. Okay, last up, Dalton. You said you wanted to do Larkin, so let's go check Mr. Dylan.
Just to clear up that stat of the offensive zone. By the way, it's broken up in percentage of shifts that start in the offensive zone, percentage of shifts that start in the neutral zone, percentage of shifts that start in the defensive zone, and then percentage of shifts that start on the fly. So they have it broken up in 4 different ways. I think that's why some of these are kind of lower than others.
I guess
when I looked it up, he was just under 50%.
Okay.
So obviously something is missing there. Like that number is missing something from the because his number is probably 1/4. That number's maybe 1/3, I guess. I don't know. I'd have to look up. Because where are you getting that stat, Graham?
I was on Frozen Tools. So I skipped ahead and did our next player. I can tell you our next players right now.
Well, no, let me set it up first. We got to get. You already looked ahead. You got to guess, you twat.
No.
Oh my goodness. So buy or sell, Dalton. Since Graham wants to be a hero.
I knew my answer before, and maybe I'm wrong.
I was gonna say I think I would buy Dylan Larkin right now.
Buy Dylan Larkin. Okay. Well, through 20 games, pacing for 98 points, shooting 3.5 shots a game at 17.4%, touch high shooting percentage, but nothing crazy. Getting almost 4 minutes of power play time on ice. He's averaging 20 minutes and 30 seconds of time on ice. These look sparkling so far. Spending most of his time with Lucas Raymond, which you love to see. He's also at Emmett Finney. Holy crap. 45.9% with Raymond and Finney. Then 18.9% with DeBrincat and Raymond. So he plays almost exclusively with Raymond. Over half of his shifts are with Raymond. Then jumping under the hood real quick. That's a touch high in most of these metrics. Particularly, that's secondary assists. Yeah, that's a touch high. You'd like to see 41.7% for secondary assists is a bit high. But the 5-on-5 shooting percentage is 11.4. He averages closer to 9 to 10, the actual league average, which is fine. That's still good, but you'd expect a little regression there. Oh, there's the offensive zone starts, Graham, you're quoting. Yeah, we'll have to figure out how they're calculating that. But points per 60 at 3.5, that's maybe a touch high. Everything just looks a touch high. IPP 66.7, that's probably about where you expect to be. Maybe just a touch high. Everything is a touch high for my money.
Except for power play IPP.
Which is, yes, probably a bit low, which maybe evens everything out, which maybe evens things back the other way. So all this to say, what did we say he's pacing for? 98 points. So maybe he's like 90 to 95 range. Maybe 90 to 95 is what you expect out of Dylan Larkin. That's still a good player. That's still a really good player. So I would probably sell Dylan Larkin right now. But again, depends on what you get. Would you prefer Dylan Larkin or JT Miller?
Dylan Larkin.
Graham?
I'd probably go, depending on category. If it's a points league where you don't have hits, I'd go Larkin. If you have hits, I would continue with Miller.
Homer.
Yeah, that's a tough look considering you're still going to get a hit every other game from Larkin. I don't know. Interesting. Again, Miller.
You
Miller
have
is
the sample
so
size
good.
of Larkin. He's never really been above a point per game player.
Agreed to
So
disagree.
just seeing him being above, and a lot of this has come down because he was so hot to start.
Sure, but
And
again,
so-
it's only a little inflated. Like I said, they're not super duper inflated. Maybe 85 point Larkin's a more fair number, but
He does
not
have a lot of
super
high
duper
danger
inflated.
shots still. I think it's 33, so that he's got more high danger shots than Miller does.
That's not difficult this year.
I don't see what the big change in Detroit would have been for Larkin to really turn it around.
Well, a full training camp with Tom McClellan. Now they're really using his system, fully fledged.
Yeah, Yzerman probably had a nice pep talk with him, maybe.
The 4
hey, I need
minutes
you
of
to do
power
this
play
so you can
time
save
on
my
ice
job.
is great.
And I was going to say, in 4
But
minutes
what's
of contact,
alarming
really high.
is he's not using it with these points.
Don't care.
His
He's
power
getting
play
it.
IPP is 41.7.
Don't care. He's getting it. That is if. That,
Oh, I
that's
agree. That I'm
so
saying that's
valuable.
room for more.
That's what I mean.
Is my point with that.
Which is that's what I mean. So maybe that balances out some of
Yeah,
the
his
stuff. that's a little
5-on-5 shooting stuff is high,
overinflated.
but his power play metrics are low. So it's probably somewhere in the middle where you're not going to see a lot of change anyways. So yeah,
Which
I
is
think
why I
it
said
could be sustainable.
small inflation. Yeah, small inflation. But that is the fantasy corner this week. And you know what?
we got one more part.
Oh, that's right. I was just gonna say I had the perfect segue. I was gonna say,
Go ahead.
While I'm hating on JT Miller, guess who I'm putting in the bin?
Don't worry, we'll hit
No, not yet. We're not in the bin yet. We need an update. I need an update on our fantasy team.
Our fantasy team. Okay, so we are up against the second best team in our division this week, with the team name of Blue Waffle Delight.
Oh boy,
what a name! What a name!
We are currently winning at 185 to 117.
Oh, hell yeah!
Ryan Leonard 2 goals tonight. That helps us out pretty big.
Bedard hat trick. Yeah.
But we are leading the league still. We are leading the league in points for. We are undefeated.
Yes.
This week is more of a test, but I think we're going to get through it here.
Nice.
Let's go.
What if we go undefeated? What if we just fuck around and go undefeated?
What do you mean, what if? We are undefeated.
I know, but I'm just talking for the whole season.
Who's going to stop us?
First round. The injury bug?
The
I don't know.
playoffs? The playoffs? Game 7?
Yeah.
Those rosters are too deep. Unless you have 2 of your top picks get injured. I don't know.
Injuries can derail.
If we lost
very
McCarr
fast.
and then who did we pick second?
Bedard.
Do we go Wierenski? I think we went McCarr, Wierenski, Miller, something like that.
I don't remember.
Oh, we have JT Miller on our team? That's great.
That's hilarious. We should try.
Yeah, we're fine.
shop him. We should shop him.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that.
Speaking of JT Miller.
Yeah, let's take a freeze off.
Yeah, speaking of JT Miller, let's go ahead and transition into the bin. In the bin this week is brought to you by our friends at Warlord Beard Oil. Make sure to check out warlordbeardoil.com. Use the promo code OLDSPORTS for 15% off beard oils, washes, soaps, and plenty more. Make sure you can let them know the friends of Between the Benches sent you. Brock, who is in the bin this week?
Why ever do you ask? This is the easiest bin that I think I'm ever going to give out in my life.
Nice.
For those that haven't seen it, Dalton is going to pull up a clip for us. And can I talk over it, or do you want me to just let it play?
You sure can.
Perfect. So on your screen right now, you'll see JT Miller just going for a little free skate here. And I think what gets me the most about this clip is look at the knees, the shoulders. What are we doing? What? If you're the captain of any team, and I don't know, man, what are we? He's right in front of you. He's right in front of you. I don't know. JT Miller, for me, I was pretty low on him going into the year, and he's proving me right. And I don't know, man. This shift just fuck.
Yeah, that's your captain.
I don't know.
It's a bad.
I don't care if it's a 4-minute shift or not. That can't be. Fuck, dude. It leads directly to the goal. Tough.
Yeah.
The clip speaks for itself. Bin.
Yeah. Hey, Dorofeyev is an elite skater. Okay.
Dorofeyev is a skater.
Yes. That's who he's trying to chase down there was Dorofeyev, I'm pretty sure, right there, number 16.
He was chasing? Really?
Yeah, he's trying.
Interesting
yeah,
choice of word. Chasing.
Yeah, he's trying to get him. He's trying to catch up
If
to him.
Miller
there.
had him on a leash, he would be dragged.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, not a good look for Mr. JT Miller. Graham, who you got in the bin this week?
I'm gonna do my bin in the eyes of the Dallas Stars.
Nice. I do have this pulled up too.
Their recent defeat to the New York Islanders. When you really look at it, star Mikko Rantanen had a dirty play boarding against Alexander Romanov. It appears really dirty just on first glance, but when you look at it, Mayfield kind of gets in the feet of Rantanen, causing him to go down and lose balance, shoving Romanov into the boards.
Here's a good look at it.
Romanov, that was with 27 seconds remaining in the game. Rantanen, for the record, has not had any further discipline from the Department of Player Safety, despite the hit forcing Romanov on IR, causing him to miss at least the next 3 games. Now, on top of this play, the Stars appeared to have tied the game with 0.1 seconds remaining, which would have been shorthanded due to the penalty from Rantanen. However, it was deemed that Jason Robertson committed goaltender interference, and the goal was disallowed. So in the span of 30 seconds, you could have lost your star forward for however many games, which didn't end up happening. And you go from getting no points to still having a chance to getting 2, and instead you get none. So a tough last 30 seconds of the game for the Dallas Stars.
Bin.
Can I tell you who I want to really give the C to, though, for that? And I didn't put it in the C, but I really want to give the C to Patrick Waugh because he was ready to go. He was ready to go.
He is no stranger.
Have you heard what he said?
Oh, yeah. Do you want to hear what he said?
I know exactly what I said. Did he cross the line?
Well,
that's an outright threat.
Patrick Waugh
giving it to him.
Maybe the most verbal and incensed.
Wow, he's really red. That is an Andrew Allen shade of red.
Now, I remember Patrick Waugh going. I think it was we had it in the clip for. I don't know if it was around the rink or whatnot, but when the coach pushed the glass, that's Patrick Waugh. He was going after Bruce Boudreau.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
So he has a history of letting the tempers flare.
For those that don't know what he said, though, he shouted at Rantanen, the next time you play us, you're not going to – when you come to New York, you're not going to make it through the game.
Yeah.
That is about as close as you can get to the line without going over it, I think. That's a threat. That is literally a threat. I don't know, man. Like that's – and not like a – I'm going to –
Oh, there's going to be some call-ups from that game.
Sounds like I'm going to break your leg threat, not I'm going to shove you into the boards threat, and we're going to have fisticuffs. No.
There's going to be targeting.
That is going to be – I'll be very curious to see how quickly that gets out of hand.
There's going to be some fights. Now, originally, I did think it was a dirty play from Rantanen. The more I looked at it, I didn't think there was a lot that could have been avoided. So I'm just going to say that yes, it's boarding. It's clearly boarding, but it wasn't a malice attempt at a boarding.
Rantanen has never done anything like that. Like that's not surprising. But
the arms went forward, but that's because Mayfield kind of took his foot out. So you need some sort of balance. He's trying to slow himself down on the back of Romanov, which only shoves Romanov into the boards. So definitely a penalty, definitely a misconduct. But the intent, I don't think was there. So I think the player safety did get it right.
Yeah. Circle your calendars, by the way. March 28th. That is when Dallas goes to New York to play the Islanders. So I'm sure everybody will be nice and calm by then. They'll forget about this. There won't be any retaliation whatsoever. It'll be fine. Nothing.
Raymond might have an illness that game.
Yeah, right. Won't make the road trip. So. No, that's good. No, that was definitely like the highlight of the hockey world last night was definitely Patrick Waugh just giving Mikko the business. So, no, good bin. Let's see. My bin is the Hughes Canucks. So I did find a stat shout out to Canucks Army on Instagram. They put this up and I found it fascinating. But Since November 6th, the Canucks at 5-on-5, their shot differential with Quinn Hughes on the ice plus 11. So pretty good. They're out shooting their opponents by 11 shots when he's on the ice. When he's not on the ice, they're minus 109.
Oh.
In shot differential. So not very good. There's probably a reason why they lead the league in goals allowed.
Goals allowed.
Yeah, that was nice.
I wish I had that
stat
for fucking a little certain something earlier.
Yeah, so a little foreshadowing there, but yeah, that's tough. Can a brother get a save? Something, somebody, a little hustle off the wall.
Just a little.
Yeah, just shows you that Quinn Hughes has all the reasons in the world to leave Vancouver when his contract is up. So he's probably gone, and I'm sorry if that's letting some cat out of the bag. So
get however much money he wants from Vancouver.
Yeah, there you go. That's not going to happen. He's just going to leave. There's no amount of money that he's going to take that's worth staying there.
No amount of Canadian money would make him stay there.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Maybe if he was an only child, I might agree with you. Maybe that's the problem.
He's not?
No. He has freak dinner party. He could save his brother from freak dinner party accidents, probably.
Here, lean on this plastic.
Yeah, your solo cup only from this point forward.
Fuck, man.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that was in the bin, and that was brought to you by our friends at Warlord Beard Oil. Check out warlordbeardoil.com. Use that promo code OLDSPORTS, OLDE Sports, for 15% off. Now, let's get positive. We're going to hand out the C. This is brought to you by our friends at SeatGeek. Make sure to download the SeatGeek app. Use the promo code Old City Sports Network for $20 off. OLDE City Sports Network for $20 off first purchase at SeatGeek. Graham, who are you giving the C to?
Well, you're hating on the Canucks, so I'm gonna give him some love here. This guy doesn't get a lot of love often, but Elias Pettersson in the month of November has had 9 points in 7 games, which is a pace of 105. He has 16 block shots, which leads all forwards for the month of November, as well as 90 faceoff wins that lead all skaters as well. So while on this depleted roster that they call the Vancouver Canucks, he still seems to have a bright spot on the roster and bounce back from whatever last year was.
Yeah. Do you remember when somebody had the panic meter like an 8 or a 9 on this guy?
I mean, last year I think he broke the meter.
I was gonna say I don't think that was this year. Yeah,
that was this year. It was I was like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
I don't think I.
His
I think I'm old enough to remember that.
Yeah, I was gonna say he always had a floor, so I don't know if the panic meter would be that high.
Okay,
we can go back. We can check the tape.
I will send you the tape. Don't worry, I've got the tape. I have the tape. I've got it. I will mail it to you. Yeah, I'm gonna mail your ass a letter. It's gonna have that tape in it.
I'm looking forward to. Can you send all the tapes?
Yes, nice. Canadaddy, who we giving the C to this week?
Mr. Alex Ovechkin.
Nice, easiest C ever.
Yeah, easiest C tonight. He passed Gordie Howe for the NHL record of most goals scored in a single venue, Capital One Arena, at 442. Alex Ovechkin, C.
That's pretty good. Is that good?
That's unbelievable.
Okay, nice. Nice. Okay. Well, I've got 2 C's. The first one I'll give is to Macklin Celebrini because he became the 4th teenager in NHL history to have 30 points in 20 games or fewer. He joined Gretzky, Crosby, and Lemieux. So anytime you are with those guys, I think you're doing something pretty good, I would say. Yeah, pretty good. And then my other C is going to go to Mile High because the city of Denver has not seen a regulation loss at home this fall. So right now the Broncos are 6-0 at home, the Nuggets are 6-0 at home, and the Colorado Avalanche are 7-0-2 at home. So Denver and their sports teams are living right now in Mile High. So you go to Mile High, don't expect a W. Whatever you do not expect a W. So
yeah,
home field advantage. Yeah, thinner air. Thinner air is a winner this week.
Or Nathan McKinnon is just better than you.
Yeah, that too.
No, everyone's sick now. You take away that thin air.
Yeah,
you're done for. Dalton knows if he goes to Colorado right now, he's not coming back.
Oh, I'm done for. I'm catching an L as quickly as I can get rid of it. Yeah, nice. All right. Well, that was getting the C. That was brought to you by our friends at SeatGeek. Make sure you use promo code Old City Sports, OLDE City Sports Network for $20 off your first purchase. Use that for hockey season, whatever else is going on, NBA, anything else. And I think that will about wrap this puppy up. Do we have anything else to add before we get on out of here?
We're going to try and get an episode before Thanksgiving. If not, happy Thanksgiving.
We hope you're listening to us on Thanksgiving. That would be lovely.
Yes, that would be the
You
goal.
and
We're
your
trying to
families.
record.
You and your family, yes. And we're kid friendly, kind of.
Yeah, Mr. F-bomb over here. And we do have merch. So Christmas is right around the corner. We got some nice, cups for Jack Hughes. Nice tumbler would probably go a long way for
Make
him.
sure they're plastic.
Yeah. So, well, fair enough. Well, I am Dak. That about wraps this bad boy up. We are the Between the Benches podcast. Make sure to check out oldcitysportsnetwork.com. Are you passing gas right now?
I sure am.
Okay. Nice. Well, that is Flatulent Big Canada Daddy over there for myself, Grandpa, Big Canada Daddy Brock Finch. We are the Between the Benches. We will see you next week. And happy Thanksgiving. Allow us to be the first to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And then we'll be the last to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. All right. Love you guys. And that concludes this week's episode of Between the Benches. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and check us out on YouTube. Also hit the like and subscribe button and look out for the next episode. Until next week, you Harley Riders.